Hi there, and welcome to Story Time with Uncle Bill. And I'm hoping I'm getting you ready to eat. One of the reasons why I like to cook my own food, I don't even like to go out and eat no more, because I know exactly what I'm eating for the most part. And I like leftovers, a lot of leftovers, because I can do different things with it. One of the things I like to do is make my own protein bars. So normally it starts with the oatmeal. That's why I make my oatmeal the way I do, with peanut butter and jelly and banana. And a lot of it, because the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some chocolate and some protein powder, and then dip it in chocolate and have a quick snack. So I got some leftover oatmeal. I got the Feastables, the chocolate covered raisins with nuts that I made. I got a couple more Feastable bars. I got one milk chocolate and two crunches. I'm gonna go ahead and bust them up right now. And I got this protein powder we're gonna use. It's vanilla. I didn't order that. I always order at least chocolate, and I only try to order chocolate because I don't like really none of the other flavors. Or some kind of chocolate, triple chocolate, brownie chocolate, vanilla bean, French vanilla. I don't like none of them. But I got it, so I'll tough it out. We're gonna melt the chocolate in the microwave, 30-second increments. You don't want it to burn or scorch. I like chocolate dipped everything, and you only get to live once. And I'm on the back end of living. So I'm living good now. We're trying to anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and start this. A little something already in the microwave. Always check your microwave and before you start. Time cook on to 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm good. Start it. So if you don't know, 1999, 98 actually. So in 99 I got sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for weed. I got busted with some pot. And when I got there, I signed up for the kitchen. I knew one thing, I didn't want to be hungry. I had spent before I got to where I'd end up spending the first 3 years. When I got there, I was hungry and small. Having gone through over 20 county jails, it wasn't no fun. You got to learn a lot about stealing food. I'm just gonna keep it real with you folks. We had about 60 grams of protein. If you look on the side of your protein of choice, you'll see how many scoops there is. This is going to look like a paste. I'll show you the consistency. Spoon fell right in it. That is always good to happen. One second. So, so you got currency. You don't get money. Food and stamps is commodity. Tunas, mackerels, anything coming out of the kitchen. And that's where I worked. And I really didn't mind taking things out of that kitchen. It was always a challenge. Not in the fact that, it was always a challenge. There was always 2 trucks going around the perimeter and you couldn't get outside of that. Always a ton of guards. I got caught a bunch too, don't get me wrong. I served a lot of extra duty, man. A lot. I shoveled so much snow, you could probably build a whole mountain chain. Straight up. I ain't proud of it. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm telling you what it was like. You'd have people hide you. Groups of people, and it'd be like a group of Japanese, 7-8 Japanese dudes, 7-8 Chinese dudes, 7-8 Italians, 12 African guys. I mean, these people were from that country, not like I'm saying, oh, like my last name Jakowski, I'm Polish, but I'm from Pittsburgh. The other Polish guys, they were actually from Poland. They didn't even speak English. Looking at me, wondering why I don't speak Polish. I don't know nothing about it. Straight up. It was wild. And then they'll here, get in the middle of us. Get in the middle of us. And so when they do that, you look out for them. Throw them an onion or a green pepper, a piece of chicken on chicken day, an extra egg on the line. Man, that chocolate is really good. That's one thing I don't miss, working the line. When you're a head cook, you cook all the meal, and then you serve it. Meaning you just go to the back and bring out transfer pans of whatever you cook that day. So on a chicken day, there's about 32 pieces of chicken. I go to the warmer and grab it. With the guard, he got a key, unlocks it. I grab a pan of chicken. The next 32 can eat. That this peanut butter has the oatmeal had peanut butter, jelly, bananas, and the chocolates, which I'm about to add now, has raisins and peanuts, salted peanuts, cocktail peanuts. Put them right in there. Heat this back up. Yo, Jakowski, let me get it extra. Let me get it right in front of the guard. Like they know it's impossible. I give you the whole damn back. I don't give a damn about none of that food. And it's not 1 or 2. You see these guys 2-3 times a day. Some people don't come for breakfast. I came for everything they had. Well, I cooked most of it. It wasn't like I came out. That was my job. Jakowski, let me get it. Let me get it. Man, let me get something. Can I get something? Except a damn hard time, man. Damn. Like I ain't winning enough to try to feed. He don't understand. He does. They do. They really do. That's their job. Like kids to try your damn patience until you give in. Hell, the guards give in all the time. You just can't take it no more. There's got to be a give and a take. Pull your damn hair out. And I was never one of those dudes that did anything disrespectful to a guard ever. I didn't spit, didn't cuss them out, didn't call them pigs, didn't, whether I thought it or not, whether I believed it or not. I know they're a human being. I know they're doing a job. And as long as you didn't do shit to me, I'm going to treat you like I would treat my brother. Because you're supposed to be a representative of your parents. And I've done bad things. And me and my whole family, we discussed it as my choice. I made decisions that made my mom look bad. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I would care about other than that. Because, I did what I did and chose what I did. And the United States government said that you can't be driving around with a truck full of reefer. You just can't. And they made me do the time. So I did my time, and that was a long time. It's been 20 years. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Jakowski, let me get your fish. And when it's that bullshit, they don't want that extra. I'll be like, yo, come get this extra now. Oh, you don't even want to come to the chow hall, right? You eat it. That was my favorite line. That's my favorite line I've ever I don't care. You eat it. Man, I'm not eating that shit. You eat it. But there was times that you could say that was different, man. And it was, you eat it. Jakowski, let me get an onion. And look, I used to take big stuff, people. I mean, the guards will tell you. I ain't got to tell you. The guards will tell you. I hope that the guards see me and say, hey, I'm going to make a video about him. The first time I ever got caught stealing, I had a laundry bag, net bag. And there was 6 people in front of me, my homeboy right in front of me. And I had stopped in the middle of going, and you just always got to keep going, man. You can't never stop and shit. I had stopped for something. Maybe I had to tie my shoe or something. I can't remember. And I heard a noise. It was an electronic noise that I heard before, but I had never heard. And I had been there probably about 6-7 months at this time. Heard before, but I knew it was a golf cart. And I was like, oh, shit. They done got high tech. And I turned around and looked, and it was a lieutenant that he was like one of the strict dudes, but he had been on the other side because FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey on McGuire Air Force Base has the east side and the west side. So this was the first time I had ever seen him, and I had looked up, and they had seen him, and they started walking a little bit faster, and he was still a good little distance away, but I knew I was caught, and because he was coming straight at me. So I started to walk faster and dump what I had out. And I had 18 cans, which is the great big cans of tomato sauce. I had like 10 pounds of rigatoni, a couple onions and green peppers. I had the makings for the Italians to make pasta. They never got it. They understood that. I was cold busted. He said, where you going with that? I said, to the unit. He said, oh, you are? I said, yeah. There you go. He said, who gave that to you? I said, I found it on the floor on the way out. He said, that's a 200 series shot? I said, yes, sir. He said, what do you think we should do about it? I said, I really don't have a clue. He said, you know what a 200 series shot entails? Said it's 30 days of good time, 60 days in the hole, losing my commissary phone and visitation rights for 6 months. He goes, yeah. You might have to go to a higher facility if your points are too high. And I didn't have any points, so I wasn't worried about that. But those consequences are pretty rough for stealing about $40 worth of food. And it's stealing, folks. You got to understand something. It's stealing. I'm not stupid. I'm dead. I'm red-headed caught. But it's better than everybody. You know, these people become they were my friends. Everybody I was locked up, man. There's a lot of y'all I miss talking to, hanging out with. I know a lot of them went home. A lot of them ain't never coming home, but you can see on the internet now. I appreciate you helping me get through that time. This time's rough, people. I don't care where you're locked up. The county jail, state prison, federal prison. There ain't nothing cool about being locked up. I mean, there ain't a damn thing cool about it. And the best thing you ever do is stay out of trouble. And if you watch it and you're doing wrong, and you can stop and start making food. I had to switch this up because there was no way. We used to take whole cases of chicken, folks. 40 pounds of chicken. Just look dumb running down the compound. 50-pound bags of oatmeal. And the most you're gonna get is maybe $100. Really not worth it. Man, that stuff really is good. Shout out to my man Murph from New Jersey. 0050. Dude was wild, man. He always used to drag his boots. You can hear him coming. Hear it? Murph! Kowski. And when he always called my name, he used to lean back. He's this little short, bald-headed dude. He's about as thick as a stump. Kowski. Need a smoke. Which meant he needed $5 because Newport's was $5 back then. What we going to get, Murph? Oh, I know where we could get some fish. And the fish be there. Every time. Straight mule. I was a mule to get into prison. I was hauling. I remember when the dude told me, he said, "Man, when I got caught at a checkpoint. So I was actually, hey, they were inspecting the vehicle, walking around the vehicle, and the dog came out in front, and the dog started barking. That's a horrible feeling, man. Plus, they pulled the guns out on me. Put your hands up. My hand came flying out the way. I said, I ain't got shit on me. Got nothing. And I didn't. You ever had a gun pulled out on you? And it was like AKs and handguns and all. Hey, don't shoot. Your dog's barking, but he ain't a gun up in here, a bomb, none of that. And they don't know. And the dog looked like a mutt. It was actually when I was in there, you know, you hear stories from the people inside. And they said that dog had a bounty on it. The dog did his job, you know, I ain't mad at him. Wasn't supposed to have no weed in the truck. I knew there was weed in the truck, but, you know, according to the law, there wasn't supposed to be no weed in the truck. Now you could go in most, like, one of my homeboys just called me from Pennsylvania, said he went up to he got him a car, and he's smoking, and I got a homegirl in Virginia. She got a car, and in Virginia, she's smoking, and of course, Colorado and all them. And how did I get that on my shirt, man? Dang. Of course, you know, it was against the law, and I shouldn't have done it. Knew I was going to get busted, too. That 6th sense feeling, I had it. It was horrible. Called my girlfriend up. Said, I'm probably going to get in trouble. Come home. Same thing happened when I got struck by lightning. Called my wife up. Man, got a bad feeling. Stay home. Nah. What's going to happen with the next one? So, if the first real thing struck me was I called my girlfriend and I'm about to go to prison. And the second time that hits me, I call up my wife, tell her I'm going to get struck by lightning. And both of those things happen. The next time something hits me like that and it's bad, am I going to do it, folks? Like I know I'm lucky to be alive. I've been shot. Ran a dude over. I mean, just had like 1 in a million opportunities. I don't even want to have that feeling no more because it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Just think about it. Something really bad you know is going to happen, or you feel is going to happen, and it happens. So I call them up and say, hey, I'm gonna get busted. I'm gonna get busted with all this weed. I'm supposed to go down here to Texas and get. Oh, come on! No. There's a reason why I got to do it. I got to do it because if I don't, if I don't get busted and I make it, I get $10,000 and 5-6 pounds of weed. And if I do get busted, then my premonition was right. It was right. And it cost me 5 years of my life, 5 years in federal prison, which I had another credible moments in that time. Fast forward, and then I get struck by the lightning. Damn, man, I got just because man, it was so bad. The lightning was horrible. It's horrible, man. And I asked God when I was 13 years old. I like listening to stories. I like listening to people tell me their deepest, darkest thoughts, feelings. The most fucked up thing they've ever done in their life, excuse my language. And in order for me to get a better understanding of that, to be able to empathize, sympathize, relate, and give feedback, maybe simplify learning, I had to do them. And I had to have them happen to me. Like, I didn't know how certain things would happen, like getting shot or getting struck by lightning or damn near having been bit by a shark. And, you know, your mind doesn't play those things. And I had almost been struck by lightning a bunch of times, and I had almost been busted by the cops a bunch of times. Now those things happen. And they're all scary. They're all really scary. In prison and jail, I mean, there's so many stories in between. Their everyday life is. You gotta survive it. If you think about your group settings that you're used to, you start with school and sports. and then maybe the military or the place that you work might have a softball team or kickball team or something. But all those groups are for each other. And then when you get into to the bad, the county jail and the prisons, they have those same groups. And for the most part, they're good inside themselves. But the slightest, I mean, if the wind blows wrong, shit could go down really fast. You're immediately in a life or death situation. It's never worth it. Not when you can be doing anything else. You could be doing anything else than doing something that's going to get you closer to that. That's your everyday life. Now, if you're out there selling dope and shit, you carrying guns. I didn't never have to carry guns when I sold dope. I've never carried guns. All my friends did. All the people I fucked with, they knew I didn't. It's a respect thing. The people respect. Yeah, there's always gonna be loose cannons. People that get shot all the time. You see it and it's sad. And you ain't got to do that shit. And in some ways, I understand it, and I'll never condone it. And if you really hate somebody, go fight it out. Because when you beat somebody's ass, you learn it, or they beat your ass, there's a respect thing. It's different. When you shoot somebody, it's over. And the people that you now trying to get respect from, only gonna help you on the inside. And do you want to be, you want to be the baddest dude on the block? And it's D block, B block, A block. No, what was my building? My first building, 58, 52, 58, 50, something like that. You know what I mean? I used to tell my friends all the time, why do you want to be the baddest dude in prison when you could be the baddest dude out here? The same effort that you putting into being bad, if you put in the good and got the talent, you got the will, you got to know how you caught up in the lifestyle, stuck in it. Can't let it go. Can't pull you away from it. And most of them I can't even talk to them anymore because they're dead. Gone, man. And I wish I said more, and I wish I did more, and this is the only way I could do it. And I did do something, and I did say something, and I did try. Yelled at them, cussing the hell out. That's how I am, folks. Like a drill instructor. Like Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay doesn't yell at them and want to beat their ass and humiliate them because he wants to hurt them. He just wants them to do right. It's repetitive shit that you do over and over again. And you're messing up. Pay more attention. Do the right thing. Same thing with a drill instructor. They don't hate you. They're trying to build you up, break you down to build you up in a positive way. There's constructive criticism and there's me. Some people just don't like any kind of constructive criticism. I feed off of that. It means somewhere along the line you took the time to take notice of me and notice maybe there's a weakness in my armor. Because you're only as strong as your weakest link. Even in yourself. Find those weak links in yourself and you work on those every day. Especially the ones that get people the ability to get at you. When they can say something mean. You're fat, you're ugly, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're retarded, you're gay, you're a fag. Those mean words that are just words. And if I just offend anybody, I apologize. But those are words I typically hear that try to insult people in a way to make them hurt. I have used them. I have used them on more and more occasions. I probably used them recently. And I'll tell you every single time, you have done something to disrespect me, to disrupt my peace. I'm a good dude, man. I didn't do nothing to you. I promise you that. And whatever you did, I asked you not to do. Because I know me and I'm going to blow up. When you ask me not to do something, I don't do it. And when you tell me you like something, I find a way to make that happen. I believe in that. Because people don't forget that stuff. Like stuff magically appears or something that you always wanted. There it is. And I don't have to know you forever. I can just meet you because it's the gesture. There's with all the little community, my YouTube community and stuff, the random acts of kindness. I seen A Surfer, It's Me Angie, the Connecting Guru. That's awesome, man. And that's what it should be about. Look at this. We'll go ahead and let this set up. I'll break it up and show you how much money you can make. Because that's what things is about, how much money you can get and how good you can eat in prison and in county jail. And when I was in county jail, I was a trustee one time and I actually cooked everything. Because I went there, there's supposed to be an outside helper that came in and actually ran the kitchen, and we just helped. And I went to her, it was a woman. There was two women, and I said, look, I'll do everything. Just let me eat some extra food. And that was a cool deal. It was only a couple hundred inmates, and I had been running more than that most of my whole life, so it wasn't nothing. And still do a lot. That's another story. We got the leftover protein. Looks like it's gonna be some crackling. I'll show it at another time. Hope everybody's having a good day and staying safe. If you can, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe if you haven't.